Have you been paying attention to this new thing? I didn't know this was like a real thing, but people hate this. Change this cover. Street Fighter 6 is going to be a return to high quality for this series. This cannot be the cover to that moment. Do anything else, please, Capcom, please, with hands together emoji. I love it. This tweet cracks me up. 1,500 retweets. Oh my god. Everybody's like, yeah, get that dweeb off the cover. This is the cover art for the game, and people they're not a big fan, right? Like, this seems like the overall consensus. To me, I don't mind at all. I'm like, yeah, it looks all right. Luke is cool in this game. I actually think he's kind of cool in the last game in some ways, but also really whack. And I said, Luke is cool, don't do it, Capcom. I agree. I don't think it's fair to say it's just Luke. They don't like the pose that Luke is making. He's finna sneeze. He looks like his eye is like swollen. I don't know. I think it's like he's pretty goofy, and this is like a pretty goofy look, so it makes sense for me. And I don't know if you guys have seen it. The voice actor for Luke has been just on a tear. I've read your comments. I drew my own cover art concept. Now, I gotta say, this motherfucker is spitting. This is actually perfect. Just make this Ryu from Streets in the background. This is it, Capcom. He took a picture of it like this, right? But then second of all, there's another one. This one, pretty good, I gotta say. Big fan of this. It's got all your bases covered, right? Because like, if you think about it, I don't think box art for the other Street Fighter games is particularly fantastic or anything. Anyway, this is the Street Fighter 5 box art. It's just Ryu doing this. I don't know if you guys know, but like, this game came out around the time Black Panther came out, and they were doing the arms cross thing with the slogan Rise Up. And I want you to know that Rise Up did not win the battle. Wakanda Forever, slightly more cultural impact than Rise Up from Street Fighter. Like, it's just fine. I don't think it's like the coolest box art ever. The Street Fighter 4 box art also, I don't think is anything particularly special. But later on in other versions, they have other stuff. I mean, it's Ryu and Ken. This one's hard, don't lie. I don't know. The Ultra one looks like this. Yeah, it's gold. It's got Ryu on it. Ooh, these ones are ugly. There's a couple of ugly ones here. Yeah. It's not doing much. Oh man, this super one is like also very gross. Oh, that's pretty funny. This one is not great. But Street Fighter 5 has some different box art too, though, actually, too, right? So that's one. And then there's this alternate one with Luke on it. This Luke just existing on there already makes it worse. Looking at all of the available options, this one's starting to sound pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. And games changing their box art is pretty common too, actually, because Guilty Gear changed their box art a few times, right? This is how the box art was up until, I think, season 2. This is the Guilty Gear Strive box art. Then they changed it. This is the new box art for Guilty Gear. It's just Soul stanced up on the front. I think Tekken 7 box art's fine. It's always the Kazuya Heihachi split face one. Akuma's in the background. They're punching each other. It's the Japanese box art, I guess. Okay. Not on the same level, but it did its best. This has been the box art for that game for like literally forever. I don't know if it's ever changed. I agree. The more I look at everything else, the more this is looking like a clear winner. Yeah, this has been a big hubbub, which is funny because I haven't physically purchased the video game in quite a while. So I haven't like looked at a box art in person in some time. However, whenever you click on the game, you will see Luke's face. And it could be this image. That's all I'm saying. They're using a private military contractor as a new face of the franchise. That's like his background, sure, but he's really a gym bro in their entire story of the game that he matters in. Also, I mean, who do you want to put on there instead? Guile. Chun-Li, she's police. Ryu is like a homeless dude who beats people up. Jamie's an alcoholic. Like, you act like everybody here is a sweetheart. Also, I don't think the reason people don't like Luke has anything to do with him being a PMC. In fact, I don't think most people even know that. I think people don't like him because his hair is ugly and he's too good in Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 Luke looks incredibly gross. Street Fighter 6 Luke looks cool. And like, his attitude is actually pretty cool too. He's just like, what up, dude? You got this. You're sick. Every like win quote is him just being like, your powers are rad, brother. And like, the secret is that gym bros are just nerds whose hobbies are weights instead of video games. And that's basically what he is. These are like some of the other options that they showed off. The font and like the way it looks is kind of strange to me. This is like, I don't think it fits the inky look of the rest of the game in the same way. Like the Chun-Li image is quite cool, but it doesn't really match. I'm trying to think of what Street Fighter game that would match. Maybe like 3S or something. Yeah, I don't care. I think the cover is whatever. Do you think it's so terrible that like it needs to be changed for the future of the franchise? The comment says like about Luke, this dude is a literal who. It wouldn't hurt to put any of the classic important characters of the franchise on the cover. He is important. That's why they put him on the cover. You think they put him on the cover because they're like, this guy stinks? I keep getting people who are like, you don't speak for all of us. We want this box art changed. And I like check their Twitter profile and they've like never tweeted about a fighting game and they like don't follow anybody who plays fighting games. Who's us? Who are you? What does that mean? I think the cover is fine. Today, like right after my stream, I'm going to get a haircut. Like look at this. Look at what's happening. I didn't even touch my hair. Look at what's going on. What am I supposed to do?